Hey there! Today we'll have an interesting pen to review that has been out for a while and it's probably not available anymore. It was a Chatterley Delta exclusive, so from Chatterley Luxuries, and I have the name here. I can't remember it. I mean, in the names, the words of Clint Eastwood, a man's gotta know his limitations. So I'm just going to read it to you. It's the Chatterley Delta Turchese Meraviglia Stantuffo. Now, Stantuffo is a model I have reviewed before, but this is a very pretty one. Blue celluloid. Very, very attractive. And I think this pen has a lot going for it. I'm going to cover the parts of the pen. I'll tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and I'll do a writing sample. These pens retailed for $5.95 in the silver trim and $6.95 in the gold trim. Right? So they're not cheap, but they're also highly limited. Let's cover the parts. Top of the pen you have the finial. Delta does a finial that I really like. It's a small nib. I think it's great. You have this nice the cap. Center band is silver. You have the clip. The clip has a little wheel, which I think is brilliant. Works very, very well. And then you have the barrel and blind cap. It's a piston filler pen. Delta's a ratchet piston filler. Blind cap comes off, and then you just use the piston, and it's uninked. That noise really freaks me out, but I mean, so you, that's how you use it. Very simple. Just want to show you that, because I don't always show the filling, because usually I have the pens inked up as I review them. Okay, put that cap back on. Now, on the back of the cap in blind engraving, I don't know if you can see that, but on top there it says Delta Italy, and here at the bottom it says number 4 of 38. And this is, again, it's celluloid. It's beautiful, guys. Look at how wonderfully it catches the light. Great marbling. I really, really love that. Cap unscrews. You have a section. Section is nicely tapered, and then you have that it flares out right there. You have a very clear ink window. You have threads that are not particularly sharp, and then you have a big gold nib, and this happens to be a stub, and on the side it actually says stub. It says Delta 18K 750 for the gold content. It also has the nib logo on it again. It has some hallmarks, and this is not a small pen. It's pretty girthy, not so much long, but it's pretty girthy. I would say about 149, Mont Blanc 149 sized. I love it. I think it's beautiful. I think it's especially the material. I know it's expensive, but it's a limited edition. It's celluloid. This is what you're going to pay for a fountain pen like this, I think. So what I like about it, well, the material, look at it. I mean, it's hard to hate that. It writes okay. It was a little bit dry, but that is something you could fix. I think it's yeah, just a beautiful pen. It's definitely girthy. So coming to things I don't like so much, it's a girthier pen, and that is not for everyone. For some people, I think that would become uncomfortable to hold. If you have slightly smaller hands, it's probably a bit too much. But it's not as thick as a Dolce Vita oversize is, I think. Those are really insanely huge. It works well. I like the ink window. As I said, I like pretty much everything about it. One thing I will say is that because it's such a thick pen, it is actually a number 6 nib, but it looks fairly small. As far as I'm concerned, they could have put on a number 8 nib, and then it would look fantastic. But, you know, this is what you get. So, a very cool pen. Beautiful, pleasant. I like it. And that's all I can say about it. It's just a nice model. The reason I don't spend too much time on this is that even though it's a great pen, it's not really available anymore. So if you really want one, you have to scour eBay, what have you, Fountain Pen Network, the Fountain Pen channels for used pens, because you won't get this brand new anymore, unfortunately. Okay, measurements of the pen will be on the website sbrebrown.com, as well as high-resolution pictures taken by gourmet pens. And what we need to do now is see the pen in action. That's coming up next. I hope this was useful so far, and I'll gladly see you later. Bye bye. Okay, so here we go with this Delta Chatterley Stantuffo. I'm just going to write down Turchese because this is such a long name. The nib is a stub. The ink is Omas Blue. Okay. Nice writing. There is feedback. It's not an ultra smooth nib, but what I like about it is that it does offer a really nice line variation. And as you can see, it doesn't really skip. I wasn't going very fast there. As you can see, there's no skipping, which is very nice. Wetness, lots of it. A very nice wet pen, and as I said, nice line variation. You get a very fine stroke this way and a much broader stroke that way, which I think is very, very nice. You can squeeze out a little bit of line variation. Like this, which I think is great. It's a very pleasant pen to use. Reverse writing or with a stub that doesn't really make a lot of sense. But for those of you who really want to see that, that's what it would look like. Okay, there you have it. So, hope this was useful. A very interesting pen model. I particularly enjoy the material. Hope this was useful. And I'll gladly see you later. Bye bye.